Goed, graad 8, voordat jy nou heeltemal stres vang. Gister het ek vir jou huiswerk gegee oor ewewydige lyne nie. Vandag gaan ek weer vir jou verduidelik. Hier is 'n baie belangrike konsep en jy moet seker maak jy verstaan waaroor dit gaan en jy hierdie nuwe goetertjies leer ken. So don't stress, grade 8. New concept in your life with parallel lines and what are all these different types of angles. I didn't give you homework yesterday. I wanted you to write all that down so you've got the facts. Now I can start showing you how it's going to be implemented in questions. So eerste van alles moet ek vir jou ewewydige lyne gee. Also in the examples I didn't write lots of naming of lines etc. Ek het nou die lyne beginne name gee. So I'll talk about line A, B, capital letters, hoofletter A, B. In wiskunde is 'n klein a nie dieselfde as 'n groot a nie. Capital letters A are points. A, B, capital letters, A, B is a straight line. Jy moet die goed reg benoem. You can't use small letters where you should use capital letters. So, ek het die lyne name gegee, A, B. That's the line's name. This line's name is CD. That line's name is EF. EF is daai lyn se naam en niemand keer om te sê dis FE nie. That's okay to say it's FE. Then, the points where this line intersects through these two. How do I know that they are parallel? Because I gave it with little arrows. As daai pyltjies daar is, beteken dit hierdie lyne is ewewydig gegee. So die oomblik as jy die lyne ewewydig sien, moet jy nou weet dis hierdie nuwe goeters. So when you see those two arrows, you know that it's these new things, co-interior alternate angles that you're going to be busy with. Not triangles. Reg. Daar's nog steeds reguit lyne, maar daar's nou nie 'n driehoekie by nie. Reguit lyn. Will this still be 180? Yes, straight line. Will this still be vertically opposite angles? Yes. Is hierdie nog steeds regoorstaande hoeke, reguit lyn. En 'n omwenteling, 'n revolution. Everything is still there. It's ready for the use if necessary. But I've given you that this one is 35 and I'm asking you particular ones. Nou wil ek vir jou sê, jy kan al wat 'n hoek is hier uitgewerk het. You could have worked out every angle here after we finished, only with the ones that I've asked you. So, it depends on the question. And again, you might answer a few things extra and still get to the answer. I might leave out a few things and still get to the answer, but it has to be according to all the math rules. You can't leave out something that you needed to tell me. Jy kan goeders uitlos, maar dit moet nie goed wees wat jy moet vir my gesê het nie. So dis 'n oefeningsproses. Meetkunde is 'n hele gedagteproses wat jy moet begin en leer kry. So ek weet nou dat die lyne ewewydig is, so onmiddellik sleep ek nader die feite wat ek ken van. The three types of things that you must know about parallel lines is the fun. So daar's 3 tipe hoeke. Now I'm never going to look at the fun again. You can go and look at it for yourself, but I need you to know that angle and the first question, and let me talk a little bit about the way I've written it on the board, because we always have the sketch and then we're going to do the to prove. Nou daar's 4 goedjies wat ek wil gehad het. 4 things that I need you to go and do. This is a very good way of writing your geometry. We've been doing that, but I'd like to state that this is always what you're saying, what are you getting, and there has to be a reason for it. Some people like to write it that way. You don't have to do it in matric anymore, but it's a good idea so that you always know whatever you say has to have a reason. And when we give it to you in tests, we also like to write it that way so when you fill in, you know that this is where I'm going to complete it and that dis waar die rede dan gaan wees. So dis 'n goeie tegniek vir meetkunde om altyd te sê, hier's wat ek sê, my bewering wat ek maak, this is the statement I'm making. En hier is die rede vir daai bewering wat ek maak. This is the reason for the statement I just made. So as ek nou vir H1 eers 'n H4 wil gaan kry, how will I be able to get that H4? Now look, everything that's in red should be in pencil. Alles wat in rooi is, moet in potlood wees daar by jou. So met ander woorde, as ek nou wil vir H4 kry, dan kry ek nou my kleurkruid uit en ek sê, maar wag 'n bietjie. Wat het juffrou my geleer van daai 2 hoeke? Wat se hoeke is dit? What type of angles are those? They are co-interior. They sit inside and interior on the same side. So hierdie 2 hoeke is nie gelyk nie. They're not equal. These 2 co-interior interior angles have a relationship, but they're not equal. Hierdie koopbinnehoek het 'n verwantskap, maar is nie gelyk nie. Dis saam 180 grade. They add up to 180, so they are supplementary. These two angles add up to 180, they are supplementary. So met ander woorde, wat short jy om by 180 uit te kom? 145. Take your calculator, 180 minus the 35, I'm short 145. So dis die antwoord daar. And all you need to show me is that you know that it's 145. Maar jou rede daarvoor gaan wat wees? Want jy het geweet die nuwe goed van ewewydige lyne. You know the new stuff about parallel lines. That if ever, can you see the little U? If I do it that way, the U for fun. Daar sit die I van fun. Dit is jou koopbinnehoeke. So ek wil nou vir hulle daai rede gaan gee. Now there's a snag to this. And I do want to teach you grade 8s the right way of doing this. You always have to first tell me that they are co-interior angles or alternate angles or corresponding angles. Eerst ding wat jy vir my moet sê is, wat so hoeke is daai, koopbinnehoeke, verwisselende hoeke of ooreenkomstige hoeke. So, we have established that they are co-interior angles. And you don't have to say that they're supplementary, you can just say co-interior angles, maar dit is goed as jy dit wil byskryf. Koopbinnehoeke is supplementary, but now, here comes the catch, which very often teachers omit to give you. Baie onderwysers vergeet om dit vir jou te leer. Jy mag nie daai ding sê sonder om vir my te sê waar is jou ewewydige lyne nie. After that, you have to tell me with which parallel lines are you working. Now there was only two, namely AB and CD. AB and CD. Dis die enigste parallelle lyne wat daar is. You have to say AB is parallel to CD. AB parallel aan CD. Ewewydig. That sign, just like you know that this is equal, you must know that that means parallel, not anything else. So you have to tell me, when you are busy with one of those reasons, moet jy vir my sê, want AB is ewewydig aan CD. En baie dikwels, wanneer ons vraestelletjies gee, dan skryf die onderwysers nie letters daarby nie, soos 'n A, B en 'n C D. Dan is dit nou moeilik. As jy kyk na die voorbeelde van die vorige somme, het ek nie oral al hierdie letters bygeskryf. So nou wil ek begin dat ons dit mooi netjies volledig moet gaan begin doen. So you need to write that AB parallel to C D. Ek gaan dit nie oorskryf nie, want Afrikaans en Engels is dieselfde. Goed. So I've got one thing, 2 marks. And if you don't write that AB parallel to CD, you don't get the mark. As jy nie daai AB ewewydig aan CD skryf nie, het jy nie die punt nie. Goed. Volgende enetjie is G4. Waar sit G4? Daar's dit. Nou is daar alternatiewe metodes wat jy kan gebruik. Want G4, kom ons vergeet vir 'n oomblik van die parallelle lyne. As ons net hierdie gehad het, hoe het jy vir my hom gekry? Met regoorstaande hoeke. If you forget about this parallel line for a minute, couldn't you have used vertically opposite angles? Absolutely. Dit wat jy geleer het, mag jy enige plek gebruik, but there's not just one route to getting to the answer. Somebody else might have done it on a longer way and still got to the right answer, full marks. They're not going to get more marks for more steps, but we can have different routes to the answer. Jy kan verskillende paaie by dieselfde antwoord uitgekom het, met meer stappe, maar jy gaan nie meer punte kry nie. So ek dink die maklikste of die voor die hand liggende, die straightforward way, was to just say, well, G4 is the same as G2. And I'd like you to write that it's equal to G2, which is equal to 35. Want dan wys jy vir my, jy weet, hulle is regoorstaande hoeke. So you say, regoorstaande hoeke, vertically opposite angles. And that's it. And you can use the abbreviations. Goed, so met ander woorde, nog 'n dingetjie, I keep on talking about here and there. Sometimes I use the degrees and sometimes I don't because I forget. It's actually better rather to not write them at all. Then you are fine. Nobody's going to care about that. Goed. Maar was daar dan nou 'n ander manier? Juffrou het nou gesê, goed, skryf hom daarin. So everything I get, I'm putting on color here. So I know I got that with co-interior, I got that with vertically opposite. Maar was daar 'n ander manier? Was there a different way? Yes. Want jy kon hier mos lyne gekry het en gesê het, maar hierdie is 35 met 'n reguit lyn. Could I have said that this is 35 with a straight line? Could I have said that this is a straight line, so that's 145. 145 and 35 again for a straight line. Kan jy sien op hoeveel duisende maniere kan hierdie som gedoen word? And that's geometry, because you can take different routes to the answer. You could even have come from this one and said, well, I can work out H3, which I'm going to do now, H3 by taking a straight line. Maar nou wil ek vir julle sê anders leer, because I'm trying to do all of the different ones, the co-interior, alternate angles and corresponding angles. Ek wil graag met almal van hulle werk, so juffrou probeer om almal vir jou te wys. Maar jy kon sonder van hierdie stappe klaar gekom het. Ek probeer vir jou al daai kopende hoeke, verwisselende hoeke, ooreenkomstige hoeke wys. So sê gou vir my H3. As ek hom hier moet aan iets gelyk kry, kan jy sien dat hy en G4 gaan gelyk wees aan mekaar. Why would that now be? Because I'm trying to get one of the others. Now, alternate angles. They are alternate angles. G4. H3 is gelyk aan G4. This one I'm looking for will be equal to that one. Because if you have a look, alternate angles. Hoe het ek vir jou geleer van verwisselende hoeke? Hierdie een is links, bo. You see, left, top. And this one is right, bottom. Sien jy dit wat ek van praat? Rondom hierdie twee punte. Links bo, regs onder, links onder. Maar nou moet 'n mens weet wat links en regs, nee. You have to know left and right. This would be bottom right, bottom left, top left, top right, bottom right. Oh, sounds terrible. So what are they of each other if this is left top, right bottom? That makes them alternate angles. Verwisselende hoeke. En nou weer 'n keer. Juffrou gaan 'n pyn met jou wees met hierdie. Moet daar by staan, want die lyne is ewewydig. It has to be there. In grade 8, there's certain things that you can still do, but I'm going to force you to do this so you'll never forget it. If you use the words co-interior, alternate, or corresponding, you have to use the parallel lines next to it. As jy iets skryf van kobende hoeke, verwisselende hoeke, ooreenkomstige hoeke, moet daar langs aan staan, die lyne is ewewydig. Not here. The parallel lines got nothing to do with vertically opposite side angles. Regverstaande hoek het mos niks te doen met die ewewydige lyne, so kom sê jy dit nou hier byskryf. Maar as daai drie hoekies gesê word, ooreenstemmend, ooreenkomstige hoeke, verwisselende hoeke of kobende hoeke, moet jy dit daar byskryf. Okay, but are you with me? And now I still have to put the answer there. It's going to be 35. On 35, nee. Let me get the answer. Now they want H2. H2 wil ek nou hê. Nou H2 kan ek ook nou met 'n paar maniere gaan doen. Ek kan nou gaan gebruik maak van H2 regverstaande met daai enetjie. Kan ek nie iewerste ooreenkomstige hoeke gebruik het nie. Want dan kan ek ook 'n paar ander goedjies gebruik het. Couldn't I have done corresponding angles? And I would like to so that you could see it. But H2 is corresponding with G3. Hy is ooreenkomstig. Luister maar na my woorde, ooreenkomstig. Sit op dieselfde plek. Sits on the same place and it's corresponding. So left bottom, they have to be equal to each other. So as ek hom nou met dit wou gekry, dan moes ek eers hier gesê het, maar dis 'n reguit lyn. So dis 145 grade. En dan sou hulle ooreenkomstige hoeke. Voel jy dat dit mekaar kan lyk vir jou? Ja, want jy gaan hom dalk heeltemal anders benader en jy kan 100% reg wees. You can do it in a completely different way and be exactly right. So it feels like you're unsure what to do. Trust what your knowledge is. You can do it in a different way. I want to write corresponding angles here because I have co-interior alternate, so I would like to use the corresponding angles. So that's why I'm going to put it in there. So first, before I get to H2, I'm going to now get, what did I say? I'm going to get G3. So ek gaan eers vir G3 kry. But if I first have to get it, I've got to tell them. I'm going to get G3 how? With a straight line. Either that straight line or that straight line. But couldn't I have used alternate angles? Left, bottom, top, right. Verwisselende hoeke, links, onder, regs, bo. Kon ek dit gebruik het? So as ek sê hy is 145 want hy is gelyk aan H4. If I say that, then I'm using the fact that it is alternate angles. Verwisselende hoeke. Weer 'n keer, jy gaan moeg raak daarvoor. Die lyne is ewig wyde. Could I have said it's because of a straight line? G3 is 145, straight line is a reason. You're perfectly right. Didn't write that and you're perfectly right. Maar nou dat ek G3 het, now that I have G3, what is the reason for H2 to be the same as G3? Why are they equal to each other? H2 and G3. Kyk 'n bietjie mooi. Kappietjies op al die hoeke. And you've got your little footnotes. Kappietjies, footnotes. Kappietjie en 'n grondtaal. Ek wil hom op 'n bietjie laer skryf daar om te voorskryf te hoog geskryf. It's a bit too high. Why are they equal to each other and equal to 145? What's the reason that they are the same? Left, bottom, left, bottom. They correspond. Corresponding angles. Hulle is ooreenkomstige hoeke. Want AB is ewewydig aan CD. AB parallel to CD. I've written it 4 times in the sum, and you do that. The moment you give me a reason that there are parallel lines, you have to, that there are corresponding angles, alternate angles, co-tertiary angles, you've got to write the parallel lines. Oomblik as jy gebruik maak van een van die van, verwisselend, ooreenkomstig of kobende hoeke, moet jy vir my daai lyne byskryf. Goed. Alright, same sum. I have a point to make. Ek wil 'n punt met jou bewys. Ek gaan dieselfde som oordoen op 'n ander manier. Sodat jy kan weet jy kan jou eie inisiatief gebruik. You don't have to do this one first, second, third, fourth. Jy hoef dit nie na volgorde te doen nie. Jy kan dit die mekaar gedoen het. Byvoorbeeld, sê nou maar, jy wou eers uitgewerk het wat is G4 met regoorstaande hoeke. And you've got that one first by saying vertically opposite angles. Could you do that? Absolutely. So dan skryf jy mos nou hier. But G4 is the same as G2 because it's 35 vertically opposite angles. Opposite angles. Regoorstaande hoeke. Kry jy nie idee wat jy wil hê jy moet kry dat jy is nie 'n blik gedruk nie. Dis wat dit maak 'n bietjie moeilik vir kinders want hulle wil graag sê stap 1, stap 2, stap 3. This is not going to work like step 1, step 2, step 3. It depends on the route that you're taking. And it's fine if you want to get the second one first. It's fine. So then maybe I would do H3. H3. Careful, it's not F. This is the point F. That is point H. H1, 2, 3, 4. G1, 2, 3, 4. So as ek wil praat van die hoeke, dan moet ek sê hoekietjie H met 'n klein vuurtjie en 'n kappietjie. Please concentrate on writing this correctly. So as ek nou wil gaan uitwerk wat is, kom ons gaan sommer vir H3. So let me do H3 second. Can I do that? Ja. As ek vir H3 wil gaan kry, hoe sal ek nou vir H3 kry? You have now got options. Again. You could say corresponding angles. That 35 gives this 35 because they are corresponding angles. Or this one and that one. Bottom right. Top left. Hulle is dan regs onder en links bo is dan verwisselend. Alternate angles. These, bottom right, correspond. Sien jy wat jy probeer wat jy sê? Jy gaan my 35 uitkom. But whether you use that one with corresponding angles or that one with alternate angles, it's up to you. As jy dan nou net vir my sê, juffrou, ek wil H3 kry met G2. met G2. You're going to get 35. But with your reasoning here, you said that they are what? Bottom right, bottom right. So dit gee vir my ooreenkomste. Hulle kom ooreenkomstige hoeke wat gelyk is aan mekaar. They are corresponding angles. Moet ek nie hier die lyne ewewydig skryf nie? Nee. The parallel lines are that have nothing to do with the fact that it's vertically opposite angles. But if it's corresponding, alternate, co-interior, verwisselend ooreenkomstig of ko-binnehoeke, moet daar by staan, want A, B is ewewydig aan C. Is it always going to be A, B and C? No. The next question might be P, Q and R, S or whatever the alphabet letters might be. Maar daai moet by geskryf staan. Kom jy 'n bietjie by, ek hoop so. I hope that you're trying to get with it and give yourself some time. It's new work, brand new work. So now it's like for R3. Now I still need H2. Maybe you want to do H2 now first. Maybe you want to do H4 first. It doesn't matter. Een van die twee moet gedoen word. Sê nou maar jy wou vir H4 gaan kry. Kan ek hom nou kry met 'n reguit lyn? Can I get it with a straight line? I think it's easier than saying let's do co-interior angles. Want die ko-binnehoeke is nie gelyk nie. Co-interior is not the same. They add up to 180. So if that's 35, this is 145. But this is also 145 because it's a straight line. Kom jy agter wat juffrou probeer op 7000 maniere vir jou sê. Een manier is nie altyd daar's nie net een manier nie. There's not only one way. So if you wanted to say H4 gives 145 because of co-interior angles being supplementary, ko-binnehoeke wat supplementêr is, dan is dit omdat daai twee saam 180. Do you see the U for fun? 145 is. But I can see that you're saying that and you have to have AB parallel to CD. Kon jy nou nie maar gesê H4 is 145 reguit lyn, straight line. Perfect. Plus less to right. Go for it. It's fine. En dan vir H2 wat dan nog oor is. So I'm making sure that I answer all the questions, even if they're not in the order that they gave it to me. H2. Could I get H2 now with a straight line? Or vertically opposite? Or maybe there I worked it out and then got corresponding angles again. So jy kan enige ding gaan doen. Okay? I think always if it's possible and it's a straight line, why don't you use the straight line? H2 145 because of the straight line, or because it's equal to H4, which is vertically opposite angles. Regoorstaande hoeke. Of as jy dan nou net wou gesê het, hy's 145 binne sy reguit lyn. Can you see the different variations? Please, you must know that there's different variations. Okay, now you've seen that it can be confusing, but let me help you to just get your mind around it. Kom ons kyk of jy net 'n bietjie kan mooi fokus. Ek vra vir jou, ek gee vir die sketsie with all of those things. N is a line, X, Y is a line, P is a line, R and B is punte, they are points. And all of those angles are called A1, A2, A3, A4, B4, B3, B1, B2, hoe dit ook al mag wees. En ek sê vir jou, die lyne is ewewydig. Did I tell you that they are parallel? Yes. This time I decided I want to show you two parallel lines. This one I'm giving you for homework. Let's decide to use 3. Mag ek maar 3 gebruik? Normally, they just use 1, because I mean 1 is just as good as 3, so it's okay. So I give you the parallel lines and I ask you, give me a reason. Why is A1 and B3 equal? Nou kan ek ons nou toets of jy weet. Want jy het nou nie 'n keuse nie. Hoekom sal A1 en B3 gelyk wees aan mekaar? Why would A1 and B3 be equal to each other? Kyk waar is hulle. Are you getting the story about top right, bottom left, top right, bottom right, left, bottom, right, left, top. Is jy met my? So what are they? Bottom right, top left, onder regs, bo links. Dit het gewissel. It alternated. So it's alternate angles. Verwisselende hoeke. En jy moet byskryf, want XA is evenwydig aan B, Q. And this time I'll change the names from X, Y, and P, Q. So X, Y, the line is parallel to PQ, and that's why the alternate angles can be equal. Nog enetjie? Dan gaan jy net so enetjie kry vir huiswerk. Why would B2 be equal to A1? Hoekom sal dit nou so wees? So you're showing nothing on there, I'm just showing you as we go along. Hoekom sal daai twee gelyk is aan mekaar? A1 and B2, A1 and B2. What are they? Waar sit hulle? Regs onder, regs onder. Do you see that they are both right bottom, right bottom? So hulle correspond, ooreenstemmend, oor eenkomstige hoeke. They are corresponding angles. Moet ek dit elke keer byskryf? Liever moet ek dit reg elke keer byskryf? Yes, you have to write it every time. XY parallel to P, Q. Laaste enetjie, wil ek weet A4. So now I'm looking at A4 and B, oopsie, should it be B3? That's what I want. A4 and B3, are they equal to each other? Nee. Daai hoeke is nie gelyk nie, maar kyk, sien jy die U? As jy hom so draai, do you see the U? That's for the co-interior angles, and they are not equal, but they add up to 180. Dis wat jy daar uitmaak. En hoekom is dit so? Why is it so? Because we call them co-interior angles that are supplementary. Binnehoeke is supplementair en alweer. Ag nee juffrou. Ag ja juffrou, I have to write that every time. So, elke keer as jy een van daai drie goed gebruik, alternate, corresponding, co-interior, so I'm trying to test whether you know them. You've got to look at everyone and see. Now this is skewed. So whether you want to turn your head this way and say top left, bottom left, or you want to go this way and say top right, bottom right, just do the same on both sides. That's very important. Or even like this, top left, bottom left, bottom left, rechts onder. Kan jy sien wat ek my kop gedoen? I'm either looking like this, left, right, or I'm looking like this, left, right, left, right. Can you see the way that you turn it? And nobody's going to ask if it's left, right, or top and bottom. They're just going to ask if you know that it's equal. It helps you to say, if I look at it like this, top left, right? Om te kan weet of dit ooreenkomstige hoeke, corresponding angles are. So I want you to try and do this one exactly like this one. We're just still starting, so please be calm and patient. You will understand everything as you get to practice it. So daar's jou 4 antwoordjies. After sketching this, and you should be busy with like 5 minutes and then you're finished. Right?